9 a.m. Hour number 3, McElroy and Kublik in the morning. Appreciate you guys being a part of the show today. Great feedback coming in. We'll get some more of your calls here in just a moment. 800-239-9569. 800-239-WJOX. App State, Georgia Southern in the Birmingham Bowl. Had to fill a spot there. App State stepped up, said they'll take it. Your Heisman finalists, Mendoza, Pavia, Love, Sayin. You feel like you know who the winner's going to be, G-Mac?
Yeah, I think Mendoza will win it.
Okay.
But he made those 2 throws in the game last week. Didn't you see him?
Almost felt like he threw the trophy away, too, at that post-game interview, but it's a lot.
No, that secured it for him.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I couldn't believe how pedestrian the numbers are on the season. And it's not all numbers. I get it. It's most outstanding player, and he has been outstanding in some massive moments. There's no doubt about it.
No question.
He deserves to be there in New York. There's no doubt. But it's just one 300-yard passing game? All right, before we get back into telling Greg how great he is, Greg, tell us about Polar Bear Services.
Well, they are the best. I mean, I've been using them for a very long time. I'm always very grateful to the experience I have from Weston and the guys. They come out, they take care of my home. They've helped me in a million different ways. And right now, as we're between seasons, you know it's time to get your home comfort system working in top order. And to get ready for the cold weather that is on its way, you got to make sure that your heating system is ready and up to the task by running a checkup by the experts at Polar Bear Services. They can do the tune-ups, they can do the checkups, they can do duct cleaning, repair. They can even do a new installation. So call them today for any of your home comfort system needs. They can help you with all sorts of electrical work, plumbing, whole home generator install, so you're not in a bind when the power goes out as well. They're all over the state of Alabama. So remember, if you have a problem with your electrical, plumbing, heater, air, just pick up the phone and call the Bear. It's 205-497-BEAR. It's 497-BEAR.
All right, let's go to Daryl in Birmingham wants to chime in. Welcome into the show, Daryl.
Okay, thank you. Since the offensive line can't block and we can't run, and we just, instead of letting the pocket collapse every time he goes back, why don't they create a moving pocket sometime?
Well, they move the pocket some. They got some sprint out stuff, some bootleg stuff they do occasionally.
I think more of it's coming. I think it's coming.
Yeah. I mean, it's just collapsing in no time. It seems like he just hesitates now to release it, like he's scared to throw him open or just let it rip, like you was talking about, Greg. But
yeah, you know
guys,
what? I think there's a lot of truth to that, and I think that is a fair criticism. And that's where it's. And if you watch, go back. Everybody do their homework this week. Go back and watch the Oklahoma game, first half versus second half. Look how quickly he's getting it out in the first half. Look at how there's a slight hesitation in the second half. And it's slight now. I mean, it's tiny. It's minimal. Slight hesitation in the second half. And I feel like we've seen a little bit more of that hesitation, but also keep in mind, who has he played the last few weeks? Okay, Oklahoma and Auburn, right? Remove the Georgia game for a half second. Just remove that game for a half second. What do you think the message was to him against Oklahoma and Auburn? Hey, their offense is not good. Don't turn it over and we'll be fine. That's going to create a little hesitation. And I think that is what is kind of where things are. The messaging is probably like, don't screw it up. And what we talked about all off season, if you give that messaging to the quarterback, it's going to create a little hesitation. It's going to create a little indecisiveness. And they got to get back to saying, dude, who cares if you screw it up? We got your back anyways. Let it rip. And I think that's where they got to kind of get back to. And I agree with you 100%. There is a little bit of indecisiveness that has creeped in, and that's got to get flushed out quickly.
Doesn't it look like we're running the receivers awfully deep and they're really not getting any opening? I don't know what the problem is there.
Well, I mean, you had some of those quick throws to Ryan Williams. I mean, that gave you a couple of your semi-explosive plays when he made a few people miss on a little whip route, and then you had like a little bubble screen So, I mean, I think they have some intermediate throws as well. They have some different things in there.
Well, okay, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Also, the thing I don't think that we've talked about is the health of the team. I mean, the offensive line's had some letdowns, but Parker Brailsford is visibly not 100%. Josh Cuevas not being in the lineup is massive. I'm not making excuses for the team. I'm just telling you the reality of what it is. I mean, you got a couple of guys out there. You're not full strength at running back. A lot of what this offense does uses the back out of the backfield to catch the football. The back that's had to be your primary back in the last couple of games has had a couple drops, more than a few drops. That doesn't help. By the way, those would have been for pretty significant yards because there weren't defenders around him.
Yeah.
So that's another part of it. I mean, these are just common sense things. I got no reason to make any excuses for anybody. I'm just telling you the things that I see. And I'm also telling you that some of the balls that may have been a little bit off, like go look how many times Ty Simpson throws the football with somebody in his face, specifically in Atlanta on Saturday afternoon. Like there were not a lot of times that kid just got to the back of his drop, was able to step up, step into a throw, and just let it rip. Like that. It's throwing around a guy. It's not stepping into a guy, moving before you throw off of a guy, whatever. It's just kind of what it is. Bill is on the road and would like to discuss Ty Simpson. Welcome in, Bill. Got it. My thoughts exactly, Bill, on the people saying that maybe somebody else should play quarterback at Alabama. But this is nothing new. We've heard this before. This is where people point the finger, Greg, is to the quarterback. When things don't go well, when the offense isn't rolling, oftentimes people just look to the quarterback and they say it's his fault.
Has to be. Because if there's one thing I've learned in this game, having played it at a high level between college and the NFL for 8 years, high-level high school football for 3, starting playing this game when I was 8 years old. So I've been playing it or covering it for 29 years. If there's one thing I've learned is that when you play quarterback, you play it by yourself. Nothing else contributes to that. Don't you know that, Cole? Come on.
That's it. It's the only thing that makes any sort of a difference.
Yes.
The thing that would concern me about everything that we have said is a lot of people agreeing that this team's going to have to run the football against Oklahoma to find ways to win the game. And I don't know how you just find that. I don't know how you don't just create that. It's not something that just shows up right away. That would be concerning for me because the offensive line busted 4 or 5 assignments, just clear as day. A couple pass protection, a couple in the run game, and that's a problem. I mean, you got a puller one time that's not climbing up on a linebacker, that's helping on the in-man line of scrimmage on a counter play that would have gone for pretty big yardage. You have another inside zone play where one tackle just goes the wrong way. Those are things, I don't care how physical you are, how strong you are, if you can move people or not. You're not giving yourself a chance to be successful with those kind of mistakes. This late in the season, you can't have those things, Greg.
Can't. And I don't know how much of it had to do with, Dewberry being out. And I mean, come on. I don't know. I don't know these things. But I do think that having busts is inexcusable. And look, Georgia's good now. Like, you got to also give some credit where credit is due. I mean, they are a very difficult team to play against. And I think that's part of the challenges here. I mean, you got to find a way to go and take care of business. And it's not going to be easy. You got to find a way to get them blocked. You got to find a way to get them going. And that's hard, man. That's tough sledding. No
doubt. All right, Rick in Southern California wants to talk Ty Simpson. Welcome into the show, Rick.
Morning, fellas. It's been a long time since I called. I'm the guy that you guys would always get mad at because I was always very, very hard on Alabama. I'm a 6-decade Bama fan with family ties, okay? So I don't look at everything through crimson-colored glasses. That said, anybody that doesn't think that Alabama is where they are because of Ty Simpson hasn't been watching this team. There's a lot of flaws with this football team. We all know that. The offensive line, the special teams issues. The one thing I will ask you, Greg, you being the expert, and I literally think you're one of the best minds in this sport, and that's not just because you're on the phone. You said so many damn things all year long that I listened to, brother, that I was like, good Lord, that guy figured it out. I guess real quick, the comment right before the pick six against Tennessee, you literally said that's exactly what was going to happen pretty much. You said that they made this move, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I'm not going to go on that. But in the tie, is it me or is he making way too many adjustments at the line of scrimmage? And the reason I ask that is because I counted against Auburn. He made 4 straight adjustments on the play, and all 4 of them failed. So wouldn't it just, in your mind as a quarterback, wouldn't it not be just, let's just get up there, run the play that was called, rip it, and see what happens? Instead of every single time he's running up to the line, he's changing the play, then he comes back, takes a snap, and nobody's open. Or he gets sacked. Or the run that he checks to is just, it's a tackle in the backfield. The fact that this guy has no running game virtually, his receivers are dropping more than the pass is being bad. So I don't put the blame all on Ty. The strip sack, that's a little something they need to address. But you're not going to change your offensive line in week 13, right? So the offensive line is what it is. I just don't get where everybody is blowing this kid up. When the fact of the matter is he has stuck around for 3 years. He's earned this spot, whether he's not played well at times. Every single quarterback I've ever watched in my 66 years on earth has had issues at one time or another. He's going through a little bit of a regress, maybe, if you want to call it that. But the fact that he's had no help virtually in a running game or an offensive line has been a big, big issue. And, by the way, what you guys have pointed out, look at the damn defense. 90% of those guys are going to be in the NFL next year or at some point. So I think everybody needs to pump the brakes on the tie change, and that's not going to happen anyway. And the same with DeBoer. Come on. Good grief. What does this guy got to do? He took the team to the SEC conference title, regular season title, in his second year. So, I'm as hard as anybody on Bama football, have been all my life. But at this point, what you guys brought up this morning just had me to where I had to call and point this out. So thanks for taking my call and my rant. Have a great day, guys.
Appreciate it. If you went,
you did. And I would argue that Alabama's roster, by the way, Alabama finished technically second in the SEC, correct? Do you think Alabama has the second best roster in the SEC?
No.
Is it close?
I don't think it's a giant leap, but I do think there are a few that are ahead.
Really?
I think Texas has a better roster. I think Georgia has a better roster.
Oklahoma, A&M.
A&M for sure. God, I could almost argue Florida, but it's
Georgia. Amazing
to think about that they had the season they did.
Yeah. Amazing. I don't know, man. I think.
I want you to take 3 seconds before you answer this. I want you to really think about it.
Oh gosh.
I'm serious.
Who's going to count?
People are going to be mad.
You gotta count.
People are going to be mad about this. Okay. Pastor Brian told us, by the way, for Advent, we need to be taking 60 seconds in the morning and in the evening of just quiet and still. And I was like, who's responsible for my children in those times? Because they're the ones that disrupt it. All right. Better roster. Seriously, don't just answer this because I know you're just going to say, bah. I want you to think about it. Better roster top to bottom. Alabama or Missouri?
Honestly, Missouri.
At the end of the day, no matter which way you go, it's really close. It's really close.
I just think as far as like high level draft picks, as far as like
D linemen, linebackers, edge defenders, tight ends. Like, yes.
I'm not talking about star ratings and, you know, the perception. If you were to change teams, just exchange teams, like I think Bama's got an advantage at quarterback. I think Missouri's got a massive advantage at running back. Not even close. I think tight end's a toss-up.
It's a lean Missouri, but it's close. Yeah, it's close. I think Missouri has the numbers.
It's very close. I think Cuevas is excellent.
He is. He's great.
But I do think depth would probably favor Missouri there. Wide receivers, Bama.